Okay. Hi, my name is Delisa Tovar, and the speech I will be giving today is called The Bookworm and the Big Friendly Giant. So, before anything else, I would like to introduce myself real quick. My name is Delisa Tovar, and I am a friend of the bride's family, including the bride herself. So, of course, I want to thank you guys, the couple, for inviting us on this very special day today. As we all know, there is a pandemic. This pandemic has caused much fear and uncertainty towards the future. However, I tell you guys to not lose hope as well as to emphasize love more now than ever. Love your family, love your friends. I mean, what better way to prove it than with a wedding? Naomi and Michael, this is why we are here today. Me along with anyone else. Either we are there virtually or physically, of course. So, before anything else, I would like to say how I first met Naomi. So, I met her before. Much more my first impression of Naomi. So, this was several years ago, where one day I went to her house with a book by Rick Riordan called The Red Pyramid. There was 3 books in the series. Unfortunately, I only had one at the time, and I was dying to read the other 2. Naomi ended up noticing one day when she came out of her room, and she decided to tell me to come into her room. Of course, I went to her room, and I saw a bookshelf full of all the wonders in the world. All the fictions that she loved, I loved as well. I have found my bookworm buddy, and I could not have been any more happy. She ended up lending me books and stuff from her Percy Jackson series, along with the rest of the Red Pyramid series and other Rick Riordan books, basically. So that ended up leaving a huge spark on me. Me, a little kitty, however years younger than her I was, and yet Naomi was so open and willing to share with me her similarities. Like, if I were her, I don't know if I would have talked to a little girl. I would have, knowing me, I would have been like, ooh, who is that little girl? I like her book, but like she's immature, I guess. But no, Naomi was the opposite. Naomi invited me to her room. She showed me her bookworm collection that I love. And yeah, so that was my first impression of Naomi. She ended up being the most nicest person. And thanks to her, I think it ended up leaving me an impression that will always have an impact on me. Now, I'm excited to talk to younger generations. When I was in high school, a senior, I could not have been any more happy to find out even more similarities with younger people, the way Naomi had done it with me. Now, as for Michael, the groom, well, my first impression was the big friendly giant. And yes, I mean like the movie. Not of his age. Don't get me wrong, he doesn't have gray hair. No, more so the fact that, again, big, friendly giant. He's a very tall man. Initially, I was terrified. I thought he can break me in half. And he probably can. But that's not the point. The big emphasis is his friendly side. Yes, my family would go to Naomi's house all the time. Anytime we can. Staying up to karaoke till 2 in the morning, probably annoying Naomi to death. But even then, when Michael ended up coming around, Michael always said hi to us with a big smile. Even us, again, my family, who is not related by blood with Naomi, and yet Michael would always say hi. He would always be kind, he would always offer us things, and just wow. So now, knowing that this bookworm and this friendly giant have now met each other and are now officially making it a thing today, November 20th, well, I'm excited to see the future. And honestly, I just want to give you guys some advice before anything. I admit, I'm younger. I haven't even had a boyfriend in a while, so maybe I'm not the most experienced person in this. But I can say with confidence that you will go through happy and bad times during your lives as a married couple. What better way than an example of our parents? Yes, maybe you might have a fight. You might argue one day or have a little disagreement that will bother you and irk you very bad. But I urge you guys to remember the kindness you showed me and my family all those years ago, and even still do whenever you have conflicts such as that. I know you guys are problem solvers, so I know you guys will be able to figure out. And even then, if there's no fighting, even better. Let's focus on the happy times. Like, one of the biggest examples is your daughter. You guys are now close to having a 1-year-old daughter who is the most cutest thing in the world. And well, like I've said, you guys have already proven that you guys are very good people working together and problem solving skills with your daughter. As you guys hear her cry, you guys immediately are onto her. Either Michael ends up providing a solution or Naomi does it herself. Either ways, you guys have very well communication. So I'm not too worried about the problems. But yeah, what better way than to start a happy road than with your little girl. So yes, I want to congratulate you guys in this very special day, and I hope you guys remember it despite the pandemic. I want you guys to know that in the end, we will be with you guys, whether virtually or not. Everyone, me, my parents, your best friends, your best man, your maid of honor. Like we will all be here for you guys no matter what. And yeah, I mean, cheers to the happy couple. I love you guys.